I'm running away from my past I left behind. I'm looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, can I stay here for the night? I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind.
Constantly changing, always rearranging, always rearranging, always rearranging. That is constantly changing, always rearranging, always rearranging. Constantly changing, always rearranging, always rearranging, always rearranging. That is constantly changing, always rearranging, always rearranging, always rearranging.
but I just gotta know one thing. Are you ready? No! I said, are you ready?
Don't know what his stats are looking like as of late, as this one is a blooper into right.
Diving
by Levi Booth! And he saves a run from coming in!
7-4 against Max Range. Max Range decided to right. Back goes Rifleman. Oh, he robs it and the game is over! Rifleman judges it and he robs a home run to end the game and pours salt on the wound for the Eye Rollers.
Sacred hits at the left!
He's a reliever. That ball is hitting all right. Back goes Stradley. He's at the wall. And it's gone! Lexi Luther does it again.
Bert, actually, I call this an improvement.
Oh my!
Oh, I take it back!
Improve what?
I take it back! There's no place like home! There's no place like home! So what you mean is rigged. No, I'm saving all my rigged for the Bombers game.
Oh.
This one is into left at the track of the wall! It's out of here! 373 feet! And Luther knocks a 2-run shot over left.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally here. After all the heartbreak, all the fun of season 6, we are here at the end of the season 6 campaign. 2 teams left standing. The Bombers, the number 5 seed Bombers, coming out victorious in their second epic conference championship. Also with their second appearance and second heroic conference championship, going for their second Super Series win, is the Knights on the other side, the number 3 seed. I'm A Squared on the call for today with my buddy Fizek. Fizek, tell me how you're feeling right now.
I mean, this is, as many people said in the Discord, it's the prophecy. These are 2 teams that got here in very different ways. For the Knights, I mean, nearly getting the number 1 seed, falling in extra innings in the division play-in deciding game, and then during the playoffs, like losing their first game to the Jacks, were flawless against the Moonshots, and then had to do a reverse sweep, the first ever reverse sweep in SSBL history, to get past the Vikings after what might be the most atrocious game I have ever seen from a team in that game 2 of that series, compared to the Bombers, a team that was the 5 seed. I mean, they weren't a bad team, but they could never find a way to really lock it in. They were 1 game out from a play-in game, and, you know, they dropped 1 against the Cyclones. The Serpents, they dropped 1, but they were looking really good those last 2 games of that series, and then sweeping the High Rollers. It's a Bombers team that has finally been able to bring in the runs versus a Knights team that is kind of coming in limping. But I have to say, I give the edge to the Knights. They've been here before. They're a more solid team overall. But the Bombers are hot. They are coming in fresh off of that sweep. Their confidence is at all-time high, and they're going to need it heading into the Swagger Center for Game 1. I am so stoked. Every single, 6-month span leads to this. It's a super series, and it's just a time for the community to come together and look to see what the memes are going to be for the next season.
Yes, this is going to be a great series. I feel like both teams, as you mentioned, Bombers beating the Cyclones, beating the Serpents, and beating the High Rollers. A lot of people had the High Rollers coming out of the Epic, while the Knights, they beat the Lumberjacks 2-1, swept the Moonshots, and then down 2-0 against the Vikings, reverse sweeping the Vikings, coming out 3-2, and you can't knock them out as they have that powerful lineup. The pitching is good, and this should be a great series. Best of 7. We're going to see at least 4, or at least 3, 4 if there's a sweep in play, but a best of 7. And without further ado, Isaac, I think it is time.
Let's get started! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to take a break from streaming as well after this, but we are ending on a high note. We are ending on what we all wait for. It's the Super Series. We're here, Squared. We're here.
The Season 6 Super Series begins here at Swagger Center. The Bombers will lead it off. Miles Hurley versus Cassiopeia Ducato, and Bailey O'Connell will start it off.
No, that's high.
Well, so far this postseason, Miles Hurley 8.64 ERA.
As Billy O'Connell starts the Bombers off with the leadoff double, sliding into second, so a great start for the Bombers. As now it's Hamish Rifleman. Isaac, please continue about Miles Hurley.
Yeah, he's given up 13 hits, 8 earned runs in those 8.1 innings pitched, 6 walks, 7 strikeouts. Not really what you'd like to see from the number one. He's struggled to lock it in Game 1. Knights need him to do something good here.
Yep, as High Rifleman pops up, Leathers is going to be camped under for the first out. And here is Tyler Benetti. Benetti has been up and down during this series. Had a great series against the Cyclones. Kind of went quiet against the Serpents, and then against the High Rollers had some pretty clutch hits for the Bombers.
5 doubles this postseason for Benetti. He leads the entire SSBL postseason field with that number. 280 average.
3-1 to Benetti, and he'll get walked. So the first free pass allowed from Hurley. So a double, a pop out, and a walk has runners on first and second for Pablo Sanchez, the third baseman.
Sanchez a 273 average, only 11 at bats.
Nope, inside.
Stats do not have conference finals in them. That's a ground ball. Gibbon can't get to it. It's going to go into right. Here comes O'Connell. Boots is going to go to third. And the first run of the Super Series goes to the Bombers as they strike first and early here in game number 1.
The Bombers are setting the precedent. They are coming up. There's only one out, and Hurley is getting racked up early.
The catcher, number 35.
That's a strike.
He's out.
As he is thrown out at third. Vinny Bates got someone. That's going to be a grounder to Leathers. He'll step on the bag, but Stolen tried to steal it at third, and Vinny Bates got him. But the Bombers play 2 of a pair of RBI singles. And before the Knights even get their first crack at Cassiopeia, they're looking at a 2-0 deficit.
This is what we're talking about with this Bomber squad. They weren't a bad team in the regular season, but in the postseason, they have finally started scoring those runners that they put on.
And strike 3 call as the lawnmower started against Hatman, and Cassiopeia starts her day out with a strikeout.
Cassiopeia, Ducato, 8.6 or 8.2 innings, 10 hits, 2 earned runs, a 2.08 ERA, 6 strikeouts, 6 walks.
And that does not include the conference final. As that ball is hit pretty well on the left. Back goes Benetti. He jumps and it's gone! Chaz Leathers!
Sometimes you just have to sit and think that you get to be a part of history. Like, this is going to be such a good series. The Knights have power for days, and they're already cracking into CBC.
That's outside.
Cuts the lead in half as that was a missile on the left, and following the home run, Booth gets walked. Booth, I think, Isaac, has been the Knights' most consistent hitter throughout the playoffs.
Oh, without a doubt, Booth has been a linchpin ever since he came over.
But unfortunately, he gets picked off here.
He's gonna get picked off there. But Levi Booth, let me see if I can pull up the stats on him here. Booth, 8 for 20, a 400 average, 2 home runs. He has been a great acquisition for the Knights this season from the Gauchos.
Yes, that will be a flyout to end the inning, but Chaz Leathers puts the Knights on the board, and it's 2-1 heading into the second. So already some fireworks in Super Series game number 1.
Trenton Pearson coming in with a 263 average.
Fouls it off, makes it 1-2 from Hurley. Pearson hits it pretty well into center field, but looks like Hatman's got that track down for the out.
It's going to be interesting. We've got these first teams at Swagger. I am really interested to see what that matchup is going to be with Hatman out in center at Emerald Diamond compared to Swagger Center.
Yeah,
the Knights really need to get some wins here before they head to Emerald Diamond, because some of those balls into the gaps there could result in some extra runs for the Bombers. Let me get there.
So roller to third, Weist going to first in time.
Josh in the chat, love to see you, Josh. Lasers, Robot, Burks Channel, glad to see you.
Burks Channel, thank you for joining us for, I think it's your first time, but if this is your multiple time, thank you for joining us again.
No, inside.
As here is Beatrice Tanner.
Oh, that's outside.
She had a couple she's had some clutch hits throughout the playoffs, and this one's going to be into center field for a single.
She is feasting at that number 9 spot. It's been a juggling match for Whitney so far this season to figure out where to place the new acquisitions. And Tanner taking the spot of Sanchez, who's normally in that number 9 spot. Now that puts a runner on for Billy O'Connell. And this is where the Bombers have been able to score before.
Connell behind 1-2. Hurley the pitch. This is low, 2-2.
That's up.
And it's full count. Tanner will be going. That's going to be a sore whirler. Weiss doesn't have a great arm. He goes to first. Well in time. The third out. As just a single for the Bombers. And nothing doing there. First 0 put up by either team. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Gibbon will lead it off. Verks, glad to have you here. You picked a good time to join for the first time. First pitch swinging is Gibbon. He'll go to that ball will be sent to first for the out. And here's Vinny Bates.
Vinny Bates, man, he has been an enigma behind the plate for the Knights this postseason. The Knights would love to see some production from him here, although he already caught a runner stealing, so he's done more than what's been asked of him.
2-2 as jams him a little bit. Good dive by O'Connell, goes to first in time. O'Connell making some plays over there at second. As here's Rock back. And Isaac, so give me some keys to the game for the Bombers. What do they need to do to take game 1 and the series, really?
Bombers, it's got to keep that pitch count low. They are going up against a really good Knights team, and the last thing you want is a pitcher below their stats not getting pulled. So they need to be able to really conserve those at-bats. As the guys rung up there, and we're going to head to the top of the third. And then for the Knights, got to be able to score runners in scoring position. It was an issue for them in the past year. It was an issue for both them and the Vikings in the conference finals. But especially here, they need to convert those runs, and especially when they have the advantage in Swagger Center with some of those home run distances, they got to rely on the long ball here.
Yes, as we will not forget, as the Knights lost a game against the Vikings where they had 14 hits but 1 run, as Head Rifleman pops it up, going to be playable for Weast. 14 hits, 1 run, but the 1 run was a solo shot from Booth.
I did not think that they could ever redeem themselves after that. I thought they were getting swept, moving on. If they are able to win this Super Series, no one will remember that Vikings game. And if they do, it'll just be a point by Dan to scoreboard. You know, like he already was kind of mentioning it that way.
As Benetti gets under that one, he'll pop out into shallow center, and here is Pablo Sanchez, who started the scoring for the game with that RBI single in the right.
That's outside.
As he's up 2-1 on Hurley.
That's inside.
And just inside, 3-1.
Take your
And Hurley will allow a second free pass, so 2-out base runner for the Bombers. Brings up Lexi Luther, who has been on fire this postseason.
Yeah, Hurley just hasn't been able to really find it so far this season.
And only 2 2/3 for Hurley, and he's already at 51 pitches.
He didn't have a great game against the Jacks, as that one's going to be a
So Luther continues her postseason campaign.
Now batting, the catcher.
He also they were able to get the win over the Moonshots in the game that he pitched, but didn't look great against the Vikings either. If we go to a game 5, he's going to need to be able to have a better start than here. His start's not over yet, but this is not what the Knights were envisioning from their number 1 so far.
2-2 to Sash. She'll get jammed. Just a little number back to Hurley, and that'll do it for the Bombers. Despite putting 2 on, no runs will plate. And we'll go into the bottom of the 3rd. Kenya Weast will lead it off. So it'll be 8-9-1 for the Knights.
Ball outside.
And if I sound harsh against Hurley, I mean to be, because he's in season 2, right? CDC, season 5 pick. You know, like whatever she gets done as a second year, really, I think she was mainly in the minors last season. So as a true definition rookie, being the number 1 starter for your team in the Super Series, like the stakes are a little bit less on her. She's the number 1. You need to hold the number 1 standards, but like she's so far having more constructive at bats than Hurley has with the batters that he's faced. She needs to keep that up. She's looking at.
Let me know how that sounds, Whit. Sorry, Whit. Sorry, Isaac.
Jeez, you get me on a roll here. No, we're good.
Oh, stop it. Let me know how Isaac sounds. I did think he was a tad bit low. As it's going to be a walk, so Cassiopeia putting herself in trouble here. First and second with Hallow. It's the top of the order for Isaac, and a great opportunity for the Knights here.
And you know, usually when you say top of the order, that means get ready to panic. But really, with this Knights batting lineup, you do not get a break at any point. I mean, Vinny Bates is in over Never Smiley. That is how much Dan has looked for hitting.
Inside.
Just inside, full count to Hammond. Hammond down the line, great play by Sanchez. He doesn't get there in time. He had to go to 3rd with the speed of Sanchez, with the speed of Hammond running down the line, and Weast just gets inside, just gets to the bag. Oh my. So big play there, bases loaded, no outs, and here is Leathers, who already has a solo shot. 3-1 for Cassiopeia. Leathers does her a favor and fouls it off.
She's had full counts so many times this game. Needs to find a way here. Needs to find a way to get
back at full count. Strike 3, call the big strikeout for Cassiopeia. And here is Levi Booth, the hottest hitter in the Knights lineup. A little number, and it's going to be a bomber special on the right, just over the glove of O'Connell, and this game is tied by Levi Booth once again. O'Connell made the greatest effort, but could not get there.
He was about 30 feet in the air and couldn't get that.
That's low.
Ground ball down the line, but stays foul. Just inside to Haley Angeles. Haley Angeles hits that well. That's going to get to the wall. And the Knights take the lead as Angeles clears the bases. It's going to be 5-2. 4 runs have plated for the Knights here.
That's the thing with the Knights at Swagger Center. They've got so much power. Like I said, you don't get a break at any point.
Down the line, Luther able to get there.
Yeah, and as Whitney's pointing out, really, what's the thing with CDC, she hasn't looked horrendous this inning. It's just been losing the batters to walks. She's getting too many 3-ball counts. She's got to lock that in a little bit more.
That's outside.
I mean, Whitney, I'll point out, the 8 and 9 hitters from the Knights aren't bad hitters.
Vinny Bates hits out to right. Rifleman's going to have room, and that'll do it. But the Knights take the lead off a 4-run inning. Highlighted by a bases-clearing double for Haley Angeles. And now the Bombers find themselves in a 3-run deficit. Still a lot of time left yet, but to the top of the 4, it's 5-2.
What is the standard that Hurley is going to set out now? His team has given him a cushion. What can he do with it?
And that's not a great start if you want to set a standard, as Pearson's going to hit it to the wall. He'll get in a second on a stand-up double. And Fizek, I really think this is how both teams have great lineups. I really do think this is how you're going to see the series. Lots of offense, lots of extra base hits, and just a lot of runners on base in general.
Well, the Knights are really known for their hitting. The Bombers, they were kind of rain or shine during the regular season, and then in the postseason, so they've really been able to turn it on. But yeah, I mean, definitely, for sure, the Knights, the number one thing you think about for the Knights is their hitting. Like, they've got Dante Smalls in the bullpen. No one is talking about Dante Smalls. Everyone is talking about that hitting lineup.
So Mae Bruce pops down and brings up Beatrice Tanner.
No, that's inside.
Tanner, just a short. Back's going to go to first in time. Runner moves over to third. A risky play there by Trenton Pearson, but able to get to third.
Yeah, it doesn't really have a ton of speed, but really needed to do that if they want to score on a hit.
And here's Billy O'Connell. Can he bring in Pearson an inch closer to this Knights 3-run lead?
That is, unless he hits it into center, in which case he always scores, because that's how it's happening.
Take your bait.
The walk. O'Connell pitching around him. And it brings up Rifleman. Rifleman 0 for 2. Hasn't really had solid contact on the ball, really, in this game. There goes O'Connell. Throw from Bates. It's going to be in the dirt. Stopped in front of Gibbon. A good throw might have gotten O'Connell there.
I'll tell you, he had him dead to rights. That was not a good jump.
At the knees. Ball 2-2. A big spot here. Full count. The pitch to Rifleman. Rifleman hits that well. Angeles going back. Off the wall. Angeles can't get there. She misplays it and left, and Rifleman gets a double. It bangs off the wall. What a crazy, oh my God, what was that there? As Dante Smalls comes in early. In the 4th inning, here comes Dante Smalls. Fizek, please unpack what just happened here.
I mean, I want to talk about Dante Smalls, but the guts of Pearson to make that kind of swing on a 3-2, 2 outs with runners in scoring position down by 3. An absolutely huge hit there from Rifleman. And then now Dante Smalls coming in. He's been locked in as of late, but locks off the leadoff batter in 5 pitches. This is not what the Knights are looking for from their reliever to come in. He needs to wrap this up now before the Bombers start getting the damage back on.
Pablo pops it up. Will it stay fair? And he gets on top of the netting. 1-2 to Pablo. 2-2. Low, full count. Runners will be going. Swing and a miss. Pablo strikes out. A big slider. He was early. But the Bombers making a 1-run game with 2 from an RBI double from Rifleman. And here we go, Fizek. And just, so Smalls in the 4th inning. Already getting the early call.
Well, we've seen long relievers go the distance.
Oh
even
my
if they're
God!
Oh, she's dead.
As Cassiopeia gets hit again.
They don't even get the out.
Cassiopeia is hurt.
Oh,
Leverage.
that looks bad.
Extreme pain. I don't think she misses anything.
Let's look it up. I'll look it up if you want to focus on this.
Yes, so Kenya Waste. Leverage gets Kenya Waste as this lawnmower is started by the umpire. Yeah, I don't think she misses anything. It's extreme pain. But the Bombers tap into the bullpen, bring in Leverage, gets a strikeout against Weast, and it's Dave Sacred, who had that monster bomb into left that really turned in, I believe it was game 4, that saved the Knights. As he hits one in the right, that's going to get down. Runner's going to go to second. And first and second for Alex Hatman.
Yeah, confirmed extreme pain's a tier 1 injury, so she will be technically fine.
Runner's going to go to third. Sass goes to third. In time, even
Oh!
into third. What a dig by Sanchez.
What's up, Tevar? Yeah,
Tevar.
Pearson looking good.
Welcome to the stream. As Tanner will go to second, pretty close there, but able to get the out. 3 caught stealing already, and if you took the under, you're an idiot. Not talking about me. Smile.
The first baseman, number 20.
Oh,
Nice to see
wait,
new
I
faces
thought
here.
that meant number of games.
No, I think the over. What was the over under?
It was over under caught stealing.
I know. What was the over under on caught stealing?
6, and it was 4 under 1 over.
We're already at 3. Here's Elisa Sass. She'll send one to the right. That's actually trouble with the big wall over there. It's gonna bang off the wall for Sass. Booth
that's a bad
misplays
move.
it. And Sass gets a double as she takes advantage of Swagger with that short right field wall. And it's a double. Bombers, I believe that's their 3rd leadoff double this game.
Yeah, and I think if maybe he has a little bit better of a read there, he can hold her to a single.
Yes.
But she isn't that fast. But now here's Pearson, who, as you know, Taylor's mentioning, has already been looking good.
And that's trouble. That's gonna find some real estate. It's gonna get down. And Sass holds in at third. A Bomber special for the ages. And it's first and third, 90 feet away from tying this game. And here's Babe Ruth.
She thought about it. She thought
She
about
did
it.
think about it. But I think with 1 out, I think you still stay there at third, especially with her speed. 0-2 to Bruce. Slider misses. Splash ball in the top of the zone. Getcher looking. 2 outs, and it's Beatrice Tanner.
All right, I've talked about how she's been feeding here in the 9th spot. Here she comes up against the really the linchpin of the bullpen for the Knights. Tying run 90 feet away. What can she do?
She fouls it off. It's 1-2 to Tanner. The pitch from Smalls. Ground ball stays fair. Leathers, and the Knights dodge a bullet, keep the lead as the Bombers leave a runner in scoring position. We're halfway through this game. It's been an exciting one. 5-4. As it'll be Shaz Leather to start us off. The heart of the order for the Knights coming up.
I just now realized that I can talk about some of these pitchers. Leverage, 15 ERA, 6 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 walk this postseason.
Sass catches in foul territory, so 2-2. Leathers really got up, like it was right in almost in his face, and he able to get muscle that into center field. So leadoff single for the Knights, and here is Levi Booth.
Fielder, number 19.
Ground ball, diving by Luther. O'Connell backs her up. Leverage covers. Good team play there from the Bombers. Gets the out as first, but Leathers moves to second. So runners go position for Haley Angeles, who had that bases clearing double.
And that was a real heads-up play there by O'Connell to not dive. If he dives there, I don't think that they're going to have the time to get the runner at first. So stays calm, stays collected, just makes the grab, makes the throw.
Popped up. Sanchez gonna have room. He calls for it. Gets the out.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 2.
Here's Andy Gibbon.
That's low.
Runner is going to third. Sass goes to third. Oh, beats out the throw as Leonard steals third.
That's outside.
A risky move there, but he beats out the throw. Here, Gibbons at 3-0. Gets walked on 4 pitches.
Tavar, thanks for the
Thank you
sub,
for the
man.
sub. Tavar with this tier 1 sub. Thank you, sir. Appreciate
That-
the support.
That entitles you to boosting one of your players. You can find out more at the submissions link.
Here's Vinny Bates.
Oh, that's low.
There goes Gibbon. Throw to second. Not in time. So first, second and third.
That's outside.
And Bates is up 2-1.
Also, Tavar, I don't know if you're a part of our Discord, but join up there, especially now that you're sub.
Ball 4.
And it's back-to-back walks, so bases loaded. And here is Roth back. Big trouble here, Fizek, for the Bombers.
Number 30.
Yeah, they just... Ooh, Leverage has got to find a way out here. Leverage has got to find a way out.
Big swing and a miss. His back helps him out there. 0-2. Liner right to Sanchez, and the Knights lead him loaded. Bomber fans, you can take a sigh of relief. Still a 1-run game heading into the 6th. As it'll be the top of the lineup for the Bombers.
You know, I'm thinking right now, we're 4 innings away from the supposed end of this game. What is the number of outs or number of runs? that
Ball
needs
is
to be-
hitting to left, and O'Connell ties up the game. It's a solo shot, absolutely demolishes it to left. 4:28, and the Bombers will take the lead, will tie the game.
Now batting, the right fielder, number
As I didn't react to it as fast
Man,
because I was looking
well,
at something else real quick.
Well, not only did I butcher what I was trying to say, I butchered your call for that because the ball was already gone by the time that
And I
he had hit it.
realized,
But back to my point, you know, as nearly a 4-pitch walk there, how many runs is going to be needed to win this game?
Down the line, good job by Booth to keep Rifleman at first. But the Bombers keep on coming.
Now batting,
As here is Tyler Benetti.
number 4.
And something to note here, Fizek. Dante Smalls is tense. Benetti
Yeah.
hits it high, not far enough to hit the wall. Booth will catch it.
Now batting,
And-
the
and-
third baseman,
You know,
number
I
6.
think right now you would give a slight edge to
That's inside.
the Bombers, given that you still haven't seen Brussels in.
And we can make it 4 caught stealing as Rifleman's gone to run down.
Well, that's not caught stealing. That's a pickoff, technically.
They're calling it a caught stealing.
Well, whoever is calling it a caught stealing is robbed.
Foul ball. Foul ball.
Well, here's what I'll say. It's weird to what you would call it because
inside.
that doesn't happen in real life.
Foul ball.
Full count.
Foul ball.
And Sanchez making Smalls work here.
Take your base.
And just outside low for the umpire. Didn't feel like he could call it.
Number 20.
So another run on first, and here is the extremely on fire Lacey Luther. Check on Sanchez at first, but he gets back.
Yeah, and this is why I'm
Nope,
saying right now
inside.
you want to favor the Bombers because they still have Mario Wrestles to come in, and they've already tied up the game against Smalls.
Up
Smalls
the
needs to
middle.
lock it down here.
Sanchez gonna go for third. Hatman to throw to third. In time!
Oh, he got him!
Hatman gunned him down!
Happened? He's got 2 arms!
Now batting, the
I
third
don't blame
baseman,
Sanchez for going for that, but maybe a little bit too shallow. As Hatman able to make the throw, and then he ends there to the bottom of the 6th. Kenny Weiss to lead it off.
No.
As Leverage is 2-2, he finds the strike zone.
You know, Hatman throwing out a runner
He's out.
was not on my Apocalypse bingo card.
Oh my God.
Now pitching,
That's it for Leverage, and right on cue, Mario Wrestles coming in for the Bombers. Tell us about Mario Wrestles, Fizek.
Foul ball.
Well, 17.17 ERA. Again, this is not including conference finals. But so now we have both long relievers in the game. Wrestles, he could feasibly go the entire remainder of this game. I'm saying it right now, if the Bombers want to win, they need Wrestles to finish this game.
So a strikeout on Sacred, popped it up, and it's gonna be a 1-2-3 inning. To the 7th of the back third of this game, we're all tied up. Sass, Pearson, Bruce due
The
up.
catcher, number 35.
Small still in there at 50 pitches.
No, that's high.
Wendy, I think it's honestly right on time. He's really only got to pitch 3 more innings.
Hard hit right at Least. He'll flip it, throw it across the diamond to first.
Now batting, the
And here's Trenton
designated
Pearson.
hitter, number 13.
Pearson, good dive by Leathers. Smalls covering the bag, will get there.
Now batting, the center fielder.
So 2 outs for May Bruce. A quick 2 outs in the 7th inning. Going after the first pitch is Bruce, but she'll send that into the left field seats.
Ball outside.
You know, I wonder now with getting close to the end of the top of the 7th here with only 1 out remaining and Mario Wrestles just fresh out. I wonder if the 7th and 8th might be a little calmness before the storm.
As Bruce beats it out.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 9.
An infield single. Good effort there from Brock Back.
Ball.
But Bruce able to beat it out and bring up Tanner with the run on base.
That's low.
Check on Bruce.
Ball outside.
3-1 to Tanner.
Easy. Take your base.
And a walk. So, Smalls.
Now
He
batting,
is
the
tense
second
once
baseman,
again, and here's O'Connell who is locked in. That's it for Smalls. Aldo Ship coming in. So Smalls has been knocked out.
Foul ball.
And now with O'Connell, the hottest hitter in the Bombers lineup, he's locked in with already a home run and a double.
Chat played. I love that auto chat.
Ball inside.
Shut up.
No.
Runners are going. Bates to third and he guns out. Bruce. Bates does it again. To the bottom of the 7th we go. I am A Squared on the call with my buddy Isaac. If you're interested in, if you're enjoying the stream, please give us a follow. Also, join the Discord. Become a manager, manage your own team and see yourself maybe in the Super Series yourself. Also, submissions are open. See your player rise up through the ranks to the majors and hopefully become a star. Everything there in the Discord and also in the chat. As I seen Dan Winkler in the chat showing up for his
All
squad.
right, break it up, everyone. Here's Dan.
As Leonard's safe at second, and Booth now has a runner in scoring position.
That was close. I thought he had him there.
That's outside.
2-1. Two and two.
Foul ball.
Popped up.
No. Inside.
Full count to Booth. Booth goes after the full count. Sends it into center field. Will Leathers test it? He will not. As he stays on second. 1 out for Haley Angeles.
Yeah, I mean, that's no Alex Hatman there in center, but they don't want to test it.
Ball
A
outside.
1-0 count to Angeles. Looks at a strike. A pitch out. 2-1.
No, that's low.
Mrs. Low 3-1. Ground ball. Tanner's gonna go to first. Gets the out. Leathers moves to third.
Now batting,
So the go ahead run 90 feet away for the Knights, and here is Andy Gibbon who's over 2 at the walk.
This isn't
0-2.
necessarily a
Go
must-get for the
inside.
Knights, but it certainly makes the rest of this game easier if they can get the go-ahead run here.
Even at 2. The pitch. That ball is sent into left field. Looks like Benetti's gonna get it, and a runner is left in the scoring position once again for the Knights. Top of the order, O'Connell will be up once again
Number 10.
from the left side this time, facing Ship.
Ball, that's low.
Oh, I didn't realize that he was a switch hitter.
Yes, he is.
Man, he is looking good locked in right now.
This time he offers at the 1-1, sends it to short, Rock back, makes the throw to first.
Now batting.
And here's Hamish
the left
Rifleman.
fielder, Number 89.
One swing can really just turn the tide of this game either way.
Deadlocked at 5 in inning number 8.
No, that's high.
1 and 2. Rifleman gets down into left field. Rifleman another hit for himself, a single. And that'll bring up
The
Benetti.
left fielder, number 4.
Benetti down the line, gets past Weist. Rifleman will hold at second. As now his first back-to-back singles have the runners first and second with Pablo Sanchez up.
Ball outside.
Runners will be going. And oh my god, he gunned Bates at third. Oh my god, he gunned Rifleman at third. Bates once again.
Ball, that's low. Ball four.
A walk. So we'll be right back where we started, first and second. This time 2 outs.
Now batting.
I think they pitched out. I think they pitched out on that one.
Yeah.
They pitched
yeah.
out.
That's good.
They pitched out.
Foul off.
No double steal again. This time he's safe.
No. That's too much speed there.
Ball
Lexi
outside.
Luther's been clutch all postseason.
Ball high.
3-1.
Steve, rise.
Full count. Can Ship get out of this? Luther gets under it. It's going to be in a shallow left. Rock back's calling for it. And gets the out. And the Knights get out of danger there. Yes, sir, DDC. Still game number 1.
Now batting. The catcher, number 13.
Here is Vinny Bates to lead it off.
That's up. Steve, rise. Steve, rise.
1 and 2.
No, that's high.
Jans Bates, he's just gonna pop it up into the second base area, but Luther comes over and gets it.
Now batting. the
And here is Rock back.
shortstop, Number
If you're the Knights, you want to get something decent. You don't want to go to the ninth to have to find something there. I don't know if you're the Knights, if you want to head into extra innings against
A slow roller, this could be trouble, Isaac. Sanchez goes first, not in time as Rock back able to beat out the throw.
the third baseman. Number
Perfectly placed hit, I guess. Or like a bunt. Gets him on first, and here is Kenya Weist. He's looking at 2-0. Finds the strike zone, does wrestles. Offers at the 2-1 and even misses. 2-2.
That's high.
Just high, full count. Swing and a miss. Challenge him with the fastball upstairs, and he got him.
now batting. The
So 2 outs, and here is Dave Sacred.
number 21.
He's got that contact trait triggered up here. One swing here, and Bombers have a long
Back to
way.
wrestles, and we're going to the 9th. Still tied at not 5. Sass, Pearson, and Bruce. Isaac, how nervous are you right now?
I mean, I'm not nervous at all. I'm just excited to know that we're gonna have a walk-off here, no matter like which team does it. Well, is the walk-off only possible by the home team? You know what I mean. Like, this game is gonna be won in the 9th inning. Like, if I could say that for every single game of the Super Series, I would.
Back to Ship. He stops it right in front of him, gathers himself, and gets the out.
The designated hitter.
And here is Trenton Pearson. Something to note, the infield is guarding the lines. Corners are guarding the lines.
Ball, that's inside. No, that's inside.
Looks at 2 straight for balls, 2-1. Offers at the 2-1, and he just flares it out right to back, off the end of the bat.
Now batting.
So here's May Bruce.
Center fielder, number 3.
Steve, rise.
Usually she's been getting subbed out, but this time they actually have the outfielder in the bench now with Hayden Cray getting pulled up, but she doesn't get pulled here.
Hard hit right at Gibbon, and we're going to the bottom of the 9th. 1, 2, 3 for the Knights. Can they win it here, or will we go into extras?
Now back, the center fielder, number 26.
Oh,
Have
we
we
get Slider.
had- When was the last time we had a close Super Series?
I mean, the Lumberjacks Bombers was pretty close. Strike 3 call. Lawnmower is started against Hatman. And here's Chaz Leathers.
You know, didn't the Lumberjacks win that one 4-1?
That was 4-2.
No, I'm pretty sure they won 4-1.
No, high.
I can look it up. I can look it up.
That's outside.
Oh, so, you know, Wendy confirmed it's 4-1.
Last season was 4-2. Season 1 was 3-0.
That one wasn't really close as Gina Tanner gets up in the air, makes the out. That one, though, I don't think, like, the first 3 games weren't really close. Ground ball as Wrestles gets him down in order, and we're going to extra innings in game number 1.
Is this the first ever extra inning game in a Super Series? I don't know.
I think we had one last season.
Number 9.
Yeah, that may be true. We gotta keep better track of that.
No, actually, Wendy's saying this is the first one we've had.
Oh wow, history already.
And here's
So off the top of our heads, that 4-2 last season was the closest we've had. And the Skulls was like the best team in the regular season and the postseason.
oh, it's not the first. Yeah, it's not the first. I'm pretty sure. And here's Noah Newman coming in. And Fizek, Noah Newman has had some pretty good outings for the Knights this postseason, especially in that Viking series.
Ball inside.
Yeah, not including the conference final. She has a 3.85 ERA in the postseason. Really came in clutch for the Knights, and now coming in here in extra innings, 1 inning at a time.
3 to the base, comes all the way back against O'Connell. From 3-0, gets the strikeout. Here is Rifleman. He's 3 for 5 with double and a pair of singles and 2 RBIs.
Ball high. No, high. Foul ball.
The closest Super Series we've ever had was Season 2. Knights and Serpents went to 5.
Leathers. Oh, and it's misplayed by Newman. An error on Newman. Could have ended the inning, and the Bombers have a chance. 2 outs, runner on first, and Benetti. Can he make the Knights pay? An error there on Newman covering the bag.
And crucially, she's now tense.
No, inside.
As she's 3-0 against Benetti. Check on Rifleman. That finds the outside corner, a strike.
Ball 4.
Just a bit high against Benetti. And it's first
God.
and second. Pablo Sanchez up.
Number 6.
That was not too far away from the top of the zone. Now runner in scoring position.
High. That's low.
Check on Rifleman second.
Ball.
3-0 to Pablo.
If you're the Bombers, don't steal.
3-1.
Steal.
Take your
And back-to-back walks. Bases loaded for Lexi Luther of all people.
Number 20.
This is what I was talking about. When you get relief pitchers in, they don't have many pitches under their belt and they're tense. They don't get pulled. And now here's Luther with the bases loaded.
2-0. Newman having trouble finding the zone. Luther swings at 2-0. It's popped up. Will somebody get there?
You're out.
Weiss gets it, and the Bombers leave the bases loaded.
Of
Oh
all
my
people who did that
goodness.
too, Kenya Weist gets there. Just to add insult to injury, Weist is the one who legged it and got it.
D-Rod.
0-2 to Angeles.
No, inside.
Misses inside.
Foul ball.
Offers at the 1-2. It fouls it off. 1-2 is sent into center field. That's a leadoff base runner for the Knights.
Now back, the second baseman.
Here is Andy
Wrestle-
Gibbon.
Wrestles made it through to the 9th, which is, what
There
they
goes
were
Angeles. Sass gets the out. That's a huge caught stealing. Absolutely massive from Sass to get Angeles. And now it's a out winner. No runners on with 3-0 and 1 out. Massive from Sass. Full count. Swing and a miss. Went up high for that one, came up empty. So 2 outs, and it's Vinny Bates Fizek.
Yeah, defensive catcher. Because he's 0 for 3 right now.
Ball outside.
And I mean, a huge turnaround. Wrestles needs to make it, just get this one out, find the next man up, get to the 11th.
Strike 3 call. Bates can't believe it. We're going to the 11th. What a game! Game number 1 here.
Now batting, the catcher.
Oh my gosh. Game 1 of all games as well.
That's outside.
Neither team wants to give the edge.
How you doing, Elder? Welcome to the stream.
Yo, we got 16 people in here.
3-1 to Sass.
Love the support, fam.
Take your man.
And she works a walk.
Now batting, the
Here's Pearson.
designated hitter, number 13.
Newman will stay in.
Newman's getting close to the end of her tenure here.
She's up to 0-2 on Pearson. 0-2 is sent to second. Gibbon flips it to back. Throw to first. In time for the first Dragon special of the game. Believe it or not.
Center fielder,
And here's Babe Bruce.
number 3.
Yeah, and Pearson, he's been kind of downhill since his first 3 at-bats. Not a great look for him there.
Fouled off by Bruce. Strike 3 called. As Newman gets Bruce looking to the bottom of the 11th. 7, 8, 9, rock back, Weast, and Sacred.
The shortstop, number 30.
And the Bombers gonna ride out wrestles as long as they can.
They need to pull him sooner rather
Ball,
than
that's
later.
outside.
I'd like to see potentially Lucy Freishack come in.
Foul ball.
Slow roller, but this is trouble. Tanner goes to first, just gets him out by a step.
Now batting, the third baseman,
And here's Kenny Weast, who's tense.
Lenny.
Yeah, this needs to be Russell's last battle. Even with him locked in, this has got to be the last battle for him. As in, not as in like they are gonna pull him, but they should pull him.
2-1-1 to Weast. Just outside 3-1.
That's ball 4.
Gandy gets walked, so runner on first for the Knights. And here is Dave Sacred. That's it. So a couple of changes. Newman's gonna come in for Weast as a pinch runner. Lucy Freishack coming out of the pen for the Bombers.
Freishack wasn't able to get the win with the Cherry Bombers in the minor Super Series. Comes in here for the regular Super Series.
There goes Newman, throws a second. In time, Sass does it again.
That's outside.
Full count.
Huge pitch.
Are we going to the 12th, or will the inning continue? Strike 3 called on the top half of the plate. Top half of the zone, and Freishack gets Sacred looking. To the 12th, Tanner O'Connell Rifleman.
The shortstop, number
I mean,
1.
I think the umping is even now.
Newton will stay in at third. Newman is back to as Tanner hits that to center field. Back goes Hammond. He's at the track, at the wall. He jumps, and it is gone. Tanner puts the Bombers up 6-5 as the deadlock is broken.
It took so much time. I mean, it was such a fast-scoring affair early on, and it took that long. And Noelle Newman getting the pull, not her best outing. Only gave up the 1 run, but didn't really find her footing at all. If the Knights really want to get back into this series, if they do end up losing this game, Newman's gonna have to figure something out.
Oh my God, Fights! I got this right off the radar. I'm talking. You might have to take over in Game 3. Oh my God.
The right fielder, number 89.
So Thick comes in, walks the first batter she sees, which is O'Connell, and here is Hamish Rifleman.
Ball outside. No, that's high.
Thick cannot find the strike zone.
Ball high.
Every pitch she's thrown has been a ball.
Ball 4.
And for
Every
eight
pitching zone is a ball.
straight balls coming out, and here is Benetti with no outs, first and second. The Bombers really look to try and put away this game. Runners will be going. Bates goes to third. In time, Bates gets him again.
First strike as well.
Benetti is at into center field. Back goes Hatman. He's at the wall, and it's off the wall. Hatman misplayed it. Just a double. As Rifleman didn't think thought it was gonna be caught, so he just gets the third. And here's Sanchez second and third.
Ball outside.
Yeah.
Ball, that's outside.
3-0.
Take your base.
4-pitch walk for Sanchez, and the Bombers look to break it open here with Lex Luthor. Can she come through this time? Ground ball, this could be a Dragon Special. Gibbon, back to back. Goes to Leathers and Dragon Special, and the Knights keep it within one. Isaac, we're going to the bottom of the 12th.
We'll
And-
see if that was huge.
And Carlo Reynolds will come in as a defensive placement for Luther. Can Freishak get the win here?
No, inside.
Is holding them to one going to matter? That's what the Knights have to determine with this ball.
Strike three called! As Freishak back-to-back Ks. After getting sacred in the last inning, here is Shaz Leathers.
That's down. Nope, that's high. Nope.
3-0 to Shaz Leathers.
Ball 4.
And ball 4. Shaz Leathers is on. Here is Levi Booth, who is tense. He's 1 for 4.
We're in one swing territory.
We've always been in one swing territory, brother.
Now we're in really big one swing territory.
Speaking of one swing territory, to the wall, and it's gone! The Knights walk it off Levi Booth, and they take game 1. Levi Booth snatches the game from the jaws of defeat. The Knights take game 1. Just over the jumping Benetti. And what a game! Isaac!
I called it perfectly!
Who else? Who else?
Levi Booth is the MVP of the Knights for Season 6. Doesn't matter what happens for the rest of this series based off what he's done in the regular season and in the playoffs. Unreal. In the 12th inning, a walk-off. I'm so ready for the series. And remember, guys, it's just a game. It's a fun game, but it's just a game.
So, the Knights snatched game 1 from the Bombers. Rifleman 3 for 6. Bocano 2 for 5 with a home run. 3 for 7 was Luther. As the Knights realistically did not hit as well. 10 for 40 on the night. But 8 walks, and Levi Booth with that go-ahead 2-run shot, the walk-off home run. As... I mean, just looking at the pitching here, both bullpens did pretty well for themselves. Wrestles went 5, no runs. Freishak 1, but unfortunately gets the loss as she allows the walk-off home run. Hurley didn't go that well, 3 2/3, 4 runs allowed, and just a back and forth game here, Isaac, in game number 1, and I cannot wait how this series is gonna go.
I mean, if this is the way this series is gonna go, we're gonna have a great day tomorrow because we're only gonna have 3 games today.
So that's gonna do it for that's just game 1. We're gonna go to game 2. We'll be back pretty quick. Don't go anywhere. It's the Super Series of the SSBL Super Sim Baseball League right here on Twitch.
Hero. I wanna be a hero, hero. Oh, the hero comes, I can hear the drums and a horse is drawn to the kingdom come through the pale moonlight. Hearts ignite to the call. Oh, claim your prize for a crown of stars. In the name of love, be the sacrifice. You and I will stand and fight, our backs to the wall.
As we're here back for game number 2. As the Knights stole game 1 from the Bombers after the long-haul home run from Booth. We're right back here at Swagger Center. Isaac, what do the Bombers need to do here to get a win here?
Convert base runners. They out-hit the Knights handedly that game. The issue was not them getting hits. The issue was them getting runs. And they need to do that better this time. Also, I want to shout out Puppet for saying, how's it going so far when he quite possibly missed what might be the game of the series. Hopefully it's not the game of the series, but that's a tough one to beat.
So quickly 2 outs for Chef Franks. What can you tell me about Chef Franks, Isaac?
Yep, Franks, 10 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, 2 home runs, a 3.52 ERA, 1.7 WHIP for the number 2 starter.
That ball, that's gonna get down and pass Angeles. She tried to make the play, but it gets past her. And it's gonna be a double for Benetti. Thank you, Puppet, for your subscribe for 9 months. Here's Pablo.
Yep. We've seen some issues with outfielders. It's been a while. Got a prediction started. Get them in quick.
Yeah, sorry, I kind of went in that quick for you. I was like, oh wait.
Well, we have no predictions since the divisional, so.
Swing and a miss. And another runner is left on for the Bombers. So a 2-out double, but nothing else. As the Knights will be due up first here in game number 2. Johnny Sins on the mound for the Bombers. Isaac, give me the rundown on Johnny Sins.
.96 ERA, 8 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts.
Well, Sins doing pretty well in the postseason, but full count here to Hatman. Hatman up the middle, that's going to be in the center for a single. And Bruce misplays it. He's going to go to second with his speed. Bruce kind of took a real bad angle on it.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 25.
So doubles for both teams. What can they do with them?
Sins goes up first, but Hatman moves to third, and the Knights with one out, runner on 90 feet away. Here is the hero, Levi Booth. Ground ball. O'Connell makes a fantastic play, but Hatman's speed too much, and the Knights are on the board first this time.
It's not often that we see the Knights play small ball, but executing it perfectly there to take the lead.
That's high. Steve right.
Popped up, and the Knights all they will get was one, but playing some small ball here, getting one from the speed of Hatman, really. And heading to the second, 1-0. Knights.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 20.
Luther to left. Angeles gets it on the run.
Nice to know that Angeles does know how to play left field. I was a little bit worried for her there.
Here's Alyssa Sass. A little dribbler. Two Leathers gets the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 13.
Here's Pearson starting off hot in game number 1, but really just really took a nosedive since then. And he's behind 1 and 2 here. Gets jammed on that one, but just squeaks foul. So lucky break there for the Knights. Swing and a miss. And Pearson is hurt.
Oh.
Oh no.
Injury.
We'll have to see if he gets pulled out. A meniscus tear. Oh.
He's done.
Off the glove of Beatrice Tanner. And it's going to be an infield single for the Knights.
He will only come back for game 7. If he gets pulled, he will not come back until game 7. He's only a DH. And the Bombers do have hitters, but that is huge.
Goes a second, back to first, in time for Dragon Special.
Wow!
Excellent Dragon Special pulled by the Bombers. And strike 3 called against back, so, but an injury, but nothing doing there for the Knights.
we're laughing because we're talking with Whitney about who he wants to send
We
back
already
there.
went to him and be like,
We literally just sent down Brew Hogan. No, Hogan probably is going to be getting called up here.
here's Mae Bruce, she's behind 1 and 2. Mae Bruce hits that pretty well on the left, but it looks like Angela is going to go to her left and track it down.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 9.
I'm going to draft up the response. We have to wait for Pearson to come back up to see if he gets pulled.
No, bro, it's meniscus there. I mean, yeah.
When meniscus tear, I would expect him to get pulled.
2 and 2 to Tanner. Strike 3 call! Tanner looks at strike 3 on the inside corner. Here we're back to the top lineup for the Bombers. Here is O'Connell as Shep Frank is locked in. Gets under that one. Popped up. Right back. Gets the out.
Now batting, the third baseman, number.
Here is Kenya Waste.
Man, it just, I know like we're still early on and this is a video game, but it almost feels like the air kind of got sucked out of the Bombers after that walk-off loss there. They got to pull something together because they still need to get they don't necessarily have to get this win here, but especially now with Pearson, you need to find the wins whenever you can.
So after the leadoff single, it's going to be popped up in the shallow right. O'Connell's going to take it himself. And we're going back to Hatman at the top of the order.
Center fielder, number 26.
Nope, that's high. Nope, inside.
3-0 to Hatman. Popped up. Looks like Tanner's going to be under it.
You're up.
And on 3-0, Hatman just popped it up. Not really a good at-bat from him there.
Number
We'll go to Leathers.
Nope, that's high.
We saw both starters kind of get rocked for both of these sides in game one. Stars need to continue what they're doing right now because, as both sides have proven, they can get hits when they need them.
A 2-2 count to Leathers. Misses outside, full count. Runner will be gone. Leathers scores up on that one, but gets under it. That was a dangerous pitch from Sins, and he got away with it. Benetti is under it, and just a single, a leadoff single for the Knights turns into nothing. Much different game than the first, than game one.
number 89.
And to the top of the fourth we go. Heiffelman will lead it off. Grounder, Gibbon over to his left, makes the play for the first out.
Now batting,
Yeah, Frank's locked in right now. He was definitely a turnaround for them in the Lumberjack series. He sealed the sweep over the Moonshots. His team did absolutely nothing to help him in game two of that heroic conference finals, as we've already mentioned.
Probably his best start of his career. Swing and a miss as he gets Benetti to swing through it.
now batting, the third baseman, number 6.
See if his team can do a little bit better than that heroic conference finals performance in game two with him on the mound.
Ball snagged by Road Bag. And the Bombers are down in order.
Now batting,
We'll have to wait to the fifth to see if the Tornadoes takes Pearson out.
number 19.
And Booth does it again to right into 2-0 ball game on the first pitch.
I've already said Levi Booth, MVP of the night, proving it once more.
Number 17.
So 2-0 Knights. As Booth, second straight game, he's at a home run. And he walks Angeles there after the home run. And now it's Andy Gibbon.
batting, the second baseman, number 2.
Off the plate.
Sims hasn't looked as spotless as he did in his previous appearances so far this postseason.
Nope, ball four.
And a
Unfortunately
4-pitch
for him,
walk.
He's kind of got to match what Franks is dealing out.
The catcher.
So dangerous territory here as the Knights keep on coming. First and second for Vinny Bates.
Nope, outside.
Right to O'Connell. To Tanner. Back to Luther. It's a Dragon special. A huge double play there. And now it's brought back with a runner on third.
33.
Popped up, and Fizek, how huge is that? They had first and second, no outs, and they were able to get out of it.
Frank's from the dugout. He's got a 2-run lead right now, but he just kind of shook his head in disgust a little bit when he saw that happen. Again, nowhere near what happened to him against the Vikings in the heroic conference finals, but
And the Bombers managed to get on base here. A single from Luther.
Now batting,
As
the
here's
catcher,
Alyssa Sass.
number 35.
Nope, that's outside. Steve Wright. Nope, high. Steer right.
Offers up the 2-2, but foul. Or sorry, swing and miss. Strike 3 called on the top of the zone, and maybe got a favorable call there.
Now batting, number 40.
And yep, Pearson does get lifted for Rachel East, getting her first appearance. So Pearson is done.
That will be 4 games on the IL for Pearson. And if he comes back, it'll be for the Super Series. Or for the Game 7.
Right in front of Bates, throws the first in time.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 3.
As here is Mae Bruce. And she offers at the first pitch, pops it up. Weiss coming all the way from third. What happened there?
Vinny Bates can't be bothered, and can Bruce turn this into something?
Okay, so 2-1. 2-2.
Come on, Bruce. You gotta take what the nations have given
And
you.
ball never lies, so Weiss will get this one. So Bombers managed to put another runner in scoring position, but can't convert. And we're halfway home through this game, 2-0. As the Knights look to pour it on more with Franks pitching another gem so far.
Nope, that's low. Steve Wright.
The 1-2 is fouled off,
Off the plate.
and he looks at ball. Offers up the 2-2. Luther will get there for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 21.
If Sins can, keep going a little bit more, the Bombers have the power to get some runs here. We saw them get plenty of hits last game. They can get past Franks, look towards the 7th and 8th for them to make a move.
A liner right at O'Connell for 2 outs, and here is Hammond.
Number 26.
Hammond got to run in with the double and then using his legs as the Knights played some small ball to start the scoring off in this game.
Outside.
As he looks at 1-2 from Sins. Sin offers at the 1-2, lofts it into left center. It looks like Benetti's going to take it as the Knights go down in order. A quiet 5th inning for the Knights. As we're heading to the 6th, Beatrice Tanner, O'Connell, and Rifleman 2 up as Feisig, kind of a much different game here so far.
Yeah, the starting pitching was an issue, needless to say, for both teams in Game 1.
Steve Wright.
Now we're seeing this is really what the number 1s should do, except it's coming from the number 2s right now. And it's up to the Bombers right now to get to Franks. It's more so than for the Knights to get to Sins. Bombers need to get to Franks much more. They need to get that pitch count way higher than it currently is if they want to come back in this game.
A runner on first, and O'Connell is up one of the best hitters in the playoffs as he looks at a strike 1-2. Ball's low 2-2. And that gives it a short back to Gibbon. Throw to first in time, and it's a Dragon special to erase the leadoff walk. And here is Rifleman, Franks. Absolutely dealing so far. Up the middle, and Rifleman gets a 2-out single. Brings up Benetti. He's 1 for 2. He has that double in the top of the first. Check on Rifleman. No steals this time, Feisig.
Yeah, I mean, we literally got the quota just from
There goes
Game
Rifleman. Throw to second. Not in time.
1.
Well
You
beat it out.
jinxed it. You jinxed it.
0-2.
Although we don't believe in jinxing.
That ball gets through into center field. Rifleman's going to round third, heading for home, and a clutch single from Benetti puts the Bombers on the board. They cut the lead in half. It's 2-1.
Yeah, Benetti, again, he was so fantastic during that Cyclone series. Had a little bit of that back during the High Roller series, but needs to really get it engaged again now, especially with Pearson getting dropped for the next 4 games.
Here's Pablo down the line. What a play by Weiss to get dirty for that one. And now they end the top half of the 6th. But the Bombers are on the board. A RBI single into center field from Benetti. And we'll see what the Knights have to answer. As Weiss has hurt a dislocated shoulder.
What?
Weiss dislocated his shoulder on the dive. Oh my.
That's tier 4.
Oh my. Will you please do the...
He's out till game 7 too.
Will you
Did
please...
he get pulled?
Not yet, but please do the message, Dan, in case.
Well, I mean, for sure.
Kenya Weiss has a dislocated shoulder, so we'll see what happens there. Levi Booth with the run on first after the leadoff walk.
Nope, inside. Nope, that's inside.
2-1 to Booth.
Wow, 2 huge injuries for both teams. Although you gotta say, the Weiss one hurts a little bit
I was about
more.
to say, I think the Weiss one is a little more significant. That ball is going to get into center field. The runner will hold on second, and quickly the Knights have first and second, no outs for Haley Angeles.
The left fielder, number
Sins will stay in at 76 pitches. Breaks her bat. Sanchez goes to second, back to first, not in time. As Angeles beats out the throw. So runners at the corners, that's it for Sins. Mario Wrestles comes in, a very good choice from the Bombers here. Bottom of the 6th. Infield is playing halfway, down the line, gonna be fouled. Infield is playing halfway, so if it's hit hard at an infielder, they will go home. But also still in double play position. 0-2, it's fouled off.
You got to turn the Dragon special thing. Either catch a foul ball, get a strikeout, or turn the Dragon special.
0-2, Gibbons staying alive. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, an absolute nasty pitch. And now it's Vinny Bates with runners on the corners and 2 outs. Check on Angeles at first, she gets back.
Doing scoring the run in the top of the inning, Weiss's injury, if they can get out of this, huge momentum shift for the Bombers. They gotta get Bates out.
Bates offers at the 2-0, but fouls it into the left side. Check on Angeles again, and she's back. Ball 3-1. There's a runner going. Sass goes to second. Oh, not in time. Full count. Strike 3 call. Doesn't matter. Top half of the zone, and the Bombers get out of it. First and second, no outs, and the Bombers navigate through the mess. To the 7th we go. Once again, we have another great game, and Weiss is done. Smiley's gonna come in, and Bates is gonna play third. Bates foul. Oh no, Bates is playing third. So ball's into center field, and it's an out.
What is this game? I mean, game 1 was amazing. This is chaos right now.
Bates is playing third now as Smiley comes in. Ball's in on the right. See, I get the Smiley substitution because Bates is not now.
Yeah.
But Bates at third with his arm and the fielding is low as it is. Oh no. So here's Rachel East.
Why don't they put the line Newton?
I guess they want Bates' bat. East gets under that curveball. She just pops it up. Franks will take it himself. I can see you want his bat still on the line, still in the lineup, but and May Bruce is done. Delia will come in to pinch hit.
Steve Wright.
Delia will probably be the one that comes in at DH for Pearson's injury. Ground ball. Giving over to his left, gets it, gets the out. So chaos already. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th. I am A Squared. Thank you for joining me with Fizek on the call. If you're enjoying the stream, please give us a follow as they put in Sanchez at center field anyway. Okay, so join the Discord if you're enjoying the stream and want to get involved in the league. Player submissions are open for the Season 7 draft. As Fizek's going to go through, as I kind of calm down a little bit, Fizek's going to go through and see what happened and tell us what happened.
Center, and he rings them up. Sanchez is. They brought up Hayden Cray specifically so that they can put him in the outfield.
So here's Smiley, 1 for 2. I mean, putting Sanchez in center hasn't really killed them. As Smiley pops up and Sass gets it.
No, but like also at this rate, I'm now expecting like Daryl Cage to come in for the Knights. Like, what is out of bounds now?
Ball inside.
Nothing is out of bounds. It's only chaos.
Nope, that's high.
2-1. Here is Sacred.
Nope, that's high.
3-1 to Sacred.
Take him in.
And he'll get a walk. Missed inside, gets a walk, and brings up Hatman. 1 for 3 with that double in his first at bat.
26.
Nope, high.
Russell's misses high with that fastball. Takes a pause. And way out in front of that slider, so he swings and misses for a strike. Ground ball. Tanner goes to second. There was no way you're getting Hatman. There was no way.
Now back. The first base.
So she tries to get down at second, but there was no way you were getting Hatman at first. So an infield single for Hatman.
Nope, that's low.
And here is Leathers with first and second. And 2 outs. A slider misses just outside.
Off the plate.
3-0 to Leathers, and that's a strike.
Nope, ball
That's a ball 4 on the outside corner, and Fizek, guess who's coming up?
Now batting.
Oh
The right
my.
fielder. Number
So it's 6-1 Knights.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. 0-1 to Booth, who is absolutely locked in this postseason in general and kill it and has both RBIs. 3-1 to Booth. Full count, runners will be going. Ground ball right to O'Connell, throw to first in time, and the Bombers again dodge out of danger. Oh my goodness.
That was huge. It was the Bombers who couldn't get the base runners to score in game 1. And now getting out of that, especially with Booth up, gotta get
As
something
Tanner
on
hits
top.
that into center field, Hammond's gonna look up and he bounces off the wall. Hammond throws a second, Tanner slides into second. As it's a leadoff double. As if the big wall wasn't there, it would have been a home run. It was a rocket in the center field, and Tanner has a leadoff double.
Nope, that's high.
Here's O'Connell. Pops it up. Gets the out. So I'll bring up Rifleman.
the right fielder.
He's 1 for 3 with the single. Isaac, what are you expecting here?
Steve right.
Utter chaos. If you can just get a well-placed ball into left.
Rifleman hits it into left field. Angeles robs the home run. Angeles judged it right. She robs it. The go-ahead home run for the Bombers, and she grabs it. And it's 2 outs.
Are you kidding me? I mean, I guess it needs to be a little bit more well-placed there, Rifleman.
3 outs, and we're going to the bottom of the 8th. Oh my goodness, Isaac.
Now batting. The left fielder. Number 17.
Whitney, calm down. Oh my gosh. Off the middle. So, Bombers are gonna need some.
Batting. The second baseman.
They're gonna need something here in the top of the 9th inning. They got to get out of this though.
Ground ball to Tanner. Throw back to first in time for the Dragon special.
Now batting. The third baseman. Number 13.
Here's
Dragon
Bates.
special.
O'Connell routine throws a first, and we're heading to the top of the 9th. Can the Knights do it here? Chef Frank's at 100 pitches. I think we're gonna see Smalls, Isaac.
Yeah, I mean, no way Franks makes it all the way here.
Yep,
And here
here's
is Dante Smalls.
Bates is gonna come out. They're putting in Newton for the defensive replacement.
Yeah, no, that checks out.
That's hell.
Bombers just need one swing to tie this up.
2-1. screwball gets on the inside part of the plate.
The first baseman, number 20.
Nope, that's inside. Steve Wright. Ball high.
And that gets past Gibbon. A runner is on for the Bombers, just exactly what they need.
Now batting, the catcher, number 35.
Steve Wright. Ball low. Steve Wright.
1-2. Ground ball, this could do it. Gibbon to back through the first Dragon special, and the Knights take game 2. A very different kind of game, but they'll take another last 2-1. Isaac, your thoughts?
Different game from game 1. A lot faster game than game 1. This time it was defense that really came in clutch. Shep Franks give him the game ball. Pitched the game of his life. Knights get the first 2 at Swagger Center. And for the next 2, and then if the Bombers can at least get one of them, the next 3 head to Emerald Diamond. So now Bombers are going to go back into their territory. And what I am looking for is, what is the call-up? Well, they're both the Knights and the Bombers need to make call-ups. But what is going to be the impact of Delia at designated hitter for the Bombers? And what's going to be the impact of Newton at third for the Knights? That is what I want to know, because with as razor thin as these margins are, that could actually change how the game is played and the game is won for this series.
Yeah, just a crazy game so far. Just this series has been absolutely nuts. Angela's absolutely saving the game for the Knights. Shep Franks, another beauty from him. He gets the win. Sins did not pitch bad either. Gets the loss
not
in
at
5
all.
innings. Saul comes in for the save as the Knights take a 2-1 win. Both games at home they take, and are in the driver's seat up 2-0 in the Super Series. But we have a lot of games left. We're going to game 3. We're gonna be back at Emerald. We're gonna be going to Emerald Diamond after this. But an exciting series here, folks. This is the Super Series on Twitch for the SSBL. Don't go anywhere.
I wanna be. Oh, the hero comes, I can hear the drums and a horse is drawn to the kingdom come through the pale moonlight. Our hearts ignite to the call. Oh, claim your prize for a crown of stars in the name of love. Be the sacrifice. You and I will stand and fight our backs to the wall.
Back with game number 3. As I switch it over. Here at Emerald Diamond. As the Knights control a 2-0 lead in the Super Series. Here on the away side, Narcisio Discon on the mound for the Bombers. And Isaac, what are your thoughts here in game 3 now?
So for the Bombers, they have Albert Pujols coming up from the minors to be the DH. And then for the Knights, they brought up Spray Lobster, and July Newton is out there. So it's, I don't even know what to think for this game. I have no idea what could possibly happen. I'm not even trying to guess what's going to happen, because these first 2 games have already been ridiculously crazy and energetic, and this is just game 3. And if the Bombers win this, we're done for tonight. But if the Knights win, we go to game 4.
So Leathers gets a single. And here is the man, the myth, the legend, Levi Booth. And Isaac, how has Dixon done this season? Or postseason?
This postseason, he is 2.80 ERA, 9 hits, 3 earned runs, 10 walks, 4 strikeouts, a 1.97 whip.
Now batting, the left fielder.
And here is the hero of the game, of game 2. Haley Angela is absolutely robbing Rifleman of a go-ahead 2-run bomb. Two and two. Let's go slow roller. Tanner goes to first in time. So we'll get the third out. And Toe Jam on the mound for the Knights.
The second baseman, number.
Yes, she did. Isaac, tell me a little bit about Toe Jam.
Ben Toe Jam, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 2 home runs, a 3.38 ERA, 1.13 whip.
Now batting,
So you know, leadoff walk for the Bombers there. Here is Thomas Rifleman.
89.
Emerald Diamond probably going to favor both teams actually with the big alleyways.
Actually, I can look up to see what the Bombers were at.
Pumped up. It was a hit and run, but O'Connell had to go back. And here is Benetti.
Fielder, number 4.
Benetti, hard hit to left, going to get down. So first and second for the Bombers as they get their first base runner of the game. Or sorry, first hit of the ball game. And here is Pablo Sanchez. Takes the ball inside, 1-1. 2-1.
The Bombers were 4-3 in the regular season at home.
3-2. To Sanchez, he offers at the full count and he fouls it off. The ball through the right side. Gibbon was playing closer to second. Throw home. Cut off by Leathers, and the Bombers start the scoring. Once again, first inning score by either team, and the Bombers are up 1-0. Here's Lexi Luther.
They nearly had the runner at first as well. Runner was always going to be able to come home, but they nearly got the
pitch
runner
out.
at first.
There goes Pablo. Throw to second. Not in time. Oh my goodness. So the double play possibility is out of question. 3-1. And that's a strike. Full count. And Luther works a walk. So bases loaded. 1 out early here. Isaac with Alyssa Sass.
The catcher, number 35.
I mean, the Bombers can set the standard right now.
Alyssa, what are you swinging at? 1-1. Takes inside, 2-1. 3-1, and Toe Jam getting himself into trouble. Sass, oh no, right to Leathers. Throws a second, back to first, and it's a Dragon special. Just what the Knights ordered. And to come out with only 1 is a godsend for the Knights.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 2.
Just
Well-
realistically, both teams not hitting well, Isaac.
No, they just can't find a way through. Honestly, got to hand it to the pitching for both teams. They've got very, very
Ball is
tough.
in the right, but Rifleman able to find the space to get the out.
Now batting, the catcher, number 13.
We have Vinny Bates now. He's not really been producing what has been necessary of him. So he'll look to potentially turn around here because he was pretty defensive in game 1. And the team hasn't needed him yet, but he's in there for his bat. So he needs to prove it.
He offers at the 2-2, but sends it foul. And it's a full count to Vinny Bates. Little dribbler right in front of Nixon. Easy play. Go to first in time. And here's
Saw
right back.
Nixon.
Shortstop.
Narcisio Dixon.
Dixon. Our fellow Americans. As back hits it well to the left. And he's at the wall, but the ball doesn't get to the wall. And you know, a little contrast from Emerald and Swagger. Emerald doesn't really have that big of a wall, but a short wall on left. As Swagger has that massive wall on right that is also short.
55.
Yeah, it's much harder to rob a home run inside of Emerald than it is in the center part of Swagger Center. A little bit more routable in right,
Now bat.
as I think that might be the first ever majors at bat for Alvar Pujols.
Yes. Only up because of the injury. 0-2 to Babe Ruth. Swing and a miss. Challenge Babe Ruth with the fastball and gets her swing. And then 2 outs. Here's Beatrice Tanner. Back to Toe Jam, and it's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for the Knights. So to the third, Sacred, Newton, Hatman do up. And I'm going to be honest with you, I was kind of scared that I forgot to switch out Sacred and Newton.
Yeah, it's I don't think we've ever had prophylactic injuries like that in that capacity.
As that ball's hitting to right center, Rifleman, plenty of time to get there.
Now batting the third baseman, number 18.
As here's July Newton up the middle. Fantastic play by Tanner. Gets up, throws it first, not in time. The speed of Newton able to bring it
Now batting
to beat out the throw.
number 26.
Yeah, it's looking good. Squared, it's looking better.
Excellent.
And
So here's
here,
Hatman.
Squared had to reshare the stream because it was a little behind. It was like, almost like I was watching the stream.
And 1-2 to Hatman. Check on Newton at first. She gets back. Swing and a miss. Went chasing after that one on the outside part of the plate, and he is a strikeout victim. And here is Shaz Leathers.
You know what's crazy to me, Squared?
Hmm.
How
Newton is safe at second. Go on.
Newton is safe at second, but also how we had how many runs scored in the first couple innings of the first game, and since then the bats have been hitting the balls, but nowhere near what you would think with the level of these two teams. Since the 6th inning of game 1, I think a total of
Swing and
Four.
a miss. Sorry if I didn't go on.
no, it's okay. I think a total of 8 runs have been scored between the two teams since the 6th inning of game 1.
Yeah, just the pitching has really shown up since really those early innings in game number 1. As the Bombers come back up with the top of the order, Toe Jam begins his 3rd inning of work. And he gets a friendly call there, 2-1. Offers at the 2-1, but pops it up. Toe Jam's under. And gets the out.
And I think it's important for the Bombers to know right now, this series is not over. You've got a 3-game homestand here. Your injury with Pearson is now equaled with Weiss and almost worse off with Weiss.
I would say Weiss is more significant.
And as a
Oh,
result,
that's a strike 3 called.
Now batting the left.
hot looking. And the thing is with the Bombers, if they can get a win here, we are guaranteed to not play any more games tonight. We come back tomorrow.
Please God, I want to eat.
Get some rest, have a sleep, come back. You still got 2 more home runs.
And for
So
the
the Bombers win here.
And for the 2nd straight inning, Toe Jam will send him down in order. Booth, Angelus, Gibbon.
Now batting the right fielder.
Dude, I wanna let me real quick look up what the trade collateral was for Levi Booth.
It's a strike 2-1.
It was Booth and Weiss in exchange for Carter, Hemming Loncheros, Jewel Ray, and a season 7 first round pick.
Honestly, I think that's worth it.
If the Knights win this Super Series,
There goes
complete-
Booth. Sass throw to second, not in time. As Booth reads out the throw, 0-1 to Angeles, and now the Knights 180 feet away from tying this game. 1-2 to Angeles. Pitch misses outside, 2-2. Check on Booth, gets back. That's a ball up high, 3-2. Angeles offers, but she fouls it off, stays alive.
Puppet, also the Season 1 Super Series was swept 3-0 by the wrong fielders over the ball players.
Pops it up. Sanchez ranging over, getting the out. As runner will retreat back. And here is Andy Gibbon.
Second baseman, number 2.
Andy Gibbon hits that pretty well on the left, but Benetti takes a good angle. Booth is gonna go for third. And takes a risk and gets there. Booth heads up base running.
Number 13.
So runner at third. Here's Bates. I don't think that was a necessary risk of Isaac.
It's Levi Booth. He's like turning into the Bojack Goon of this team.
Pops it up. Sanchez. And the Bombers get out of this inning and will leave a runner and strand a runner at third. I just don't think. I think a base hit scores him anyway, but
I mean, again, any other player, I agree. It's Levi Booth. And I'm not saying that because of his speed. I'm saying that just because of who he is. He gets to do whatever he wants.
here is Sanchez leading off the bottom of the fourth. Still 1-0 ball game here. In game number 3 of the Super Series, and he'll get a 4-pitch walk. Toe jam. I believe he's back to neutral.
Now batting,
So I'll bring up Lexi Luther with the runner on. She also was walked last time.
20.
Third walk of the game for Toe jam. She offers at the first pitch, pops it up into left. Angela's under it, and Sanchez will retreat back to first.
Now batting,
And you know, Isaac, ever since that, also for Luther, ever since the back end of that game 1, she hasn't done much.
Yeah, not a good series so far.
There goes
from Luther.
Sanchez. Throw to second, not in time. Sanchez again steals another bag.
So Whitney knowing that too. And to be fair for Luther, she was hitting well above her
Ball,
payday.
liner right to Gibbon. Sanchez gets back. And here is Albert Pujols.
the designated hitter.
I'd like to see what Pujols can do for the Bombers here. What kind of spark he can provide for them. Coming in for Pearson.
And in the dirt, but kept in front of Gibbon.
Luther's not producing what you would want.
That's a strike. 0-2. Pujols hits that well into center field. I don't think it has enough juice at the warning track. Is happening. Gets the out. And we're going to the fifth. Still 1-0 ball game. Close game here for Isaac so far. What are you seeing?
So, yeah, I mean, same thing as game 2. The starting pitching, while not flawless, is doing what they need to do against some very high-powered bats. Like, by no means should we think that these two have anemic offenses. It's just that's been how good the starting pitching is. And if you don't believe me, look at the first 5 innings of game 1, and it'll show you that really these teams do have a lot of hitting. I'm just looking for what's going to be the next big momentum swing. I think one thing to look at for Pujols, when he comes back up in potentially the bottom of the 6th inning or potentially bottom of the 7th, is he got a pretty good hit there.
And gets back in second. Huge out for the Bombers.
He had a pretty good swing on the ball there to end the bottom of the 4th. So if he could dot that in a little bit more, he could easily go yard.
Puppet, I think we're like 8 or 9 now.
Well over 6.
We're well over 6. As Dixon in the top of the 5th, having some control issues. But gets Newton to pop it up. He's under it himself. Gets the second out.
Puppet, people who openly tank getting to the postseason don't get to brag about it.
Whoa! That was kind of a whoa! He won, bro. Hey, that was kind of a unnecessary shot.
No.
You're not
it's a
wrong.
completely
You're not wrong. But
completely unnecessary.
0-2 to Hammond. He looks at a ball
But
low.
that's like 20% of all the managers.
That ball's up the middle. That's going to be a single. And that brings up Shaz Leathers
First baseman.
with first and second, 2 outs. Can Dixon get out of here? I also voted under.
I just voted under. I'm not gonna pretend like I knew what I was doing. I was just
0-2.
like, I saw
Up the
something.
middle.
and-
Tanner doesn't die for it. Here comes the runner. Bruce goes home. And it's cut off. And Sacred scores. As the Knights tie up this game. And it's who else? Isaac, Levi Booth.
Last time Booth came up with a runner in scoring position situation, he actually grounded out.
1-1 at Booth. That's a strike. 1-2. Runner's gonna go. He fouls it off. Ball, gonna foul. A lot of opportunity here for Dragon Special. Runner's gonna go again. Fouled it off. Ground liner. O'Connell gets it on the one hop. Good play by him, and he'll get the out. So the Knights able to tie it up. Here in the top of the 5th, halfway through this game. Tie game, close one once again. As here's May Bruce. As Toe Jam. May Bruce hits that one, but well foul. The second pitch of the at-bat sent to third. Newton throws a first in time.
Now batting.
Here's Tanner. Here's where a spark can happen. You got Tanner, and he gets back to the top of the order.
More action for Newton over there at third. Another routine ground ball, and here's O'Connell.
I think maybe Whitney's wondering where were all those balls hit the third when Vinny Bates was at third base.
1-1 to Bill O'Connell. And just to the corners, this time to Leathers, and he's going to get the out. So 1-2-3 for Toe Jam. Heading into the 6th, Angeles, Gibbon, Bates. Isaac, who do you see have a slight edge, or if anything, so far?
I would actually give it to the Knights, and not just because Mason Nuts is coming in, but before even that change happened, pitch count a little bit more under control for Toe Jam.
1-2.
And I think on paper I favor the Knights over the Bombers just from the
Now batting.
pure hitting statistics of the Knights. Knights have issues with Hatman and center's arm, and some other issues like that. But I think based off hitting alone, the Knights have more power. But that said, like, this series has been so close. Both games have been decided by 1 run so far.
Oh my! A big curveball to get Gibbon, and here's Bates.
This series might go down right now. Like, these first 2 games are the closest of any Super Series so far in terms of the first 2 games of the Super Series. Going to the 12th in Game 1, and then in Game 2, if that isn't robbed by Angeles, we're tied at 1.
Potentially.
Potentially. Because the Knights still have to come up. But even then, like, heading to the bottom of the 9th, a 1-run game.
Here goes a runner. It was a curveball. Throw in the dirt. Oh, he still gets him! Tanner, what a dig out of the dirt to get the. That's Sass's second caught stealing. Second runner thrown out of the game. No, what I was saying is, yeah, you beat up 3-2, but the Knights still have an at-bat.
Regardless, my point still stands. This is such a close series so far.
Ball's hit high. It's pretty deep, but at just about before the warning track. So here's Benetti. Toe Jam's locked in at 71 pitches.
Benetti is the one who had a
Benetti hits this one to right. Booth is running after it to the wall, and it's going. Just squeaks over the wall. Bombers take the lead at the solo shot.
Flashback to last series versus the high rollers. Benetti sliding in everywhere, running around the bases, and we're asking, dude, this guy is acting as if he doesn't have a starting position, and we're seeing the effort of that work there. Gives his team a much-needed edge here as they're down 2 games in the series.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that wall is 370. Full count to Sanchez. He offers up the full count, pops it up, will stay fair. Splitter is able to kid it at the wall. And here is Led Luther. I'm pretty sure that wall is 370. My God. Dude, imagine if Booth got that one.
That was a real. That was almost a Red Rock.
3-3 call, 3 pitches, and Luther. The struggles continue. To the 7th, Bombers reclaim the lead. Back Sacred Newton.
It's Mason Nuts for the Bombers, though. So, you know, we'll see what can develop here.
3-0 for back. And a 4-pitch walk. Not what do you want to do against this lineup. Brings up Sacred. Last time back would allow a leadoff walk, the Knights scored.
This is what I mean by like not getting a break versus the Knights. Like Sacred's the 8 hitter. Look at those stats. And you have to go up against that before you go up against the top of the order.
Ground ball, Luther throws a second. Tanner, back to Luther. It's a huge dragon special for the Bombers. Brings up to Light Newton.
Number 18.
Right now, Newton a rounding error for this Knight side in this Super Series. What kind of significant effect can she have?
Newton fouls it off. She stays alive. Full count. Back to Nuts. And we'll go to first. And that is huge. Thank you. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Thank you for joining me. I am Miss Squirt on the call with Isaac joining me as well. If you're enjoying the stream, please give us a follow. And also, if you want to get involved in the league, please join the Discord. The link is in the chat. Also, player submissions for Season 7 draft coming up. Season draft just a little bit under a month away as Sass is going to hit it into the gap into the nice deep part of the park. Too bad she is slow, so she'll go just hold up at second with the stand-up double.
Really would like to see something happen from Pujols here.
55.
He gets a spot in the order over
Pujols,
Alfred
you
Jones.
said it! Can Booth get there? No! And Pujols gets an RBI! It's gonna go to the wall, and the Bombers are on 3-1.
You retire Albert Pujols 1 time. You may retire Albert Pujols 2 times, but no one retires Albert Pujols 3 times.
And Dante Smalls coming in for the Knights. That's a strike, 2-2 to Bruce. Bruce hits that wall into center field. Hammond's going back. He's at the wall. Off the top of the wall. Another double for the Bombers. 3rd double in a row. 4-1 Bombers as they're trying to pull away here in the bottom of the 7th. There goes Bruce to 3rd. Bates and under by a mile.
Okay, what kind of Kool-Aid are you
Don't steal 3rd anymore, please God.
Know your place.
You're still stealing 3rd. Up the middle and Tanner, and that could have potentially been another run, Isaac.
Yeah, we'll see if it's a 3-1 margin right now. We'll see if that means anything when we head into the 8th.
Number 10.
Here's O'Connell. He's 1 for 1, has not had the best night, but does have a walk. Jams him a little bit. Gibbon to back, fires it on the first for the Dragon special. But the Bombers play 2 of 3 doubles. From Sass, Pujols, and Bruce. Heading into the top of the 8th. Knights looking for answers. 4-1. And I think Mason Nuts, man, you just bring your Russells at this point and should be in good shape.
Unfortunately, with the way the game works,
Down the
he's gonna have
line, that's gonna be trouble. Racing down across first is Hammond. He goes to second. That's a leadoff double for the Knights. And brings up Chad Slithers with the heart of the lineup right behind him.
And that's just what I'm saying here. Unfortunately, the way the game works, Nuts won't be pulled until he gets rattled.
There goes Hammond, throw to third. In time again, another one. Why do these people keep doing third? It doesn't work. Sass throws out her third runner of the game, and Leathers gets caught looking as a lawnmower is started. Nuts comes back. Here is Levi Booth. 0 for 2 at the walk. Levi Booth popped it up.
Huge swing of events.
And what an outing for Nuts.
You go from a runner on first, nobody out, to going down basically 1, 2, 3. Like, they've got a 2-game series lead, but we've seen with the Bombers so far this season, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. And they'll look to put some finishing marks here in the bottom of the 8th. That way they can go to the top of the 9th and propel hopefully to a day 2.
Liner, one hop to back, taking the out. You know, I will say Back's actually been probably, like, defensively has been really solid for the Knights all series so far. Nothing's really getting by him.
Yeah, really, it's been a lot of miscues more so that have caused like a lot of these runners to get caught on, and for Back, like one of probably the best defensive infielder between both of these teams.
Yes, as Whitney said, Knights probably have the best middle or great middle infield, probably the best in the league. As Benetti goes outside the zone, tries to get it, but strikes out.
Oh, for sure, Gibbon and Rockback is.
Sanchez off the glove of Leathers, and Sanchez is gonna get on. Nice effort there from Leathers. Probably saved a double, realistically. And here is Lacey Luther. Luther offers at the first pitch and just grounds out the third. To the top of the 9th we go. Can the Bombers close it out here, or will the Knights come all the way back? Series is 2-0, and Carlisle Reynolds will come in for Luther. Nuts is going to stay in the game. Luther Angeles starts it out, and that's going to be a solo shot. 2-4 now. That's how you want to start an inning for the Knights.
That's out of the park. Oh my God! I mean, it's only 397, but still, that ball was.
It's like the equivalent. It's like the equivalent of AT&T Stadium, where it's a splash hit. And here comes Leverage.
Yeah, Nuts. Just you gotta know.
You got 2 innings. You got 2 innings. Don't get greedy.
Yeah. The same thing with Nabru stealing third. Like, okay, bro.
3-1 to Gibbon.
How crazy?
And a walk.
How crazy would it be if we actually went to a game 7?
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop
Pearson
it.
and Weist come back.
Stop it. That's a foul ball. I'm worried about
We
here
got-
right now.
We got a lot of baseball to play, but
That's a liner. Rifleman should be there. Gets it out. Runner retreats back to first. The tying run is coming up. Is at the plate for Rockback.
he's been solid defensively, but now the Knights need to produce where those stats are. Again, look at Rockback. Look at his stats. He's batting 7th in the order. This Knights team is so powered offensively.
That's a ground ball. Sanchez goes to second. O'Connell fires at the first. Not in time. Rockback beats it out and keeps the game alive. Bombers trying to go around the horn, and here is Sacred. Sacred offers at the first pitch. In the right. Rifleman in there. And is this it? Isaac gets the out, and the Bombers take game 3. They'll get their first win of the series, 2-1. My God.
I mean, it figures that the game that the Bombers look the best in, they win. They didn't necessarily get as many runners as they would have liked, but they converted more of them. I mean, we're even on run differential for this series now. Both teams have 11 runs now between these 3 games. The Knights have a 1-game lead. We end tonight, and then tomorrow we have 2 more games at Emerald Diamond. If the Knights want to close out in 5, they've got to get 2 at Emerald Diamond.
At
If
least
you're the
take one.
Bombers-
At least take one. You have to at least come out with 1 in Emerald.
If you're the Bombers, here's what I'm thinking. If you're the Bombers, you would like to get those 2 games, because winning 1 at Swagger, as it's already proven, is going to be marginal as it is. I mean, this entire postseason has been ridiculous. And these games are little microcosms of that. I cannot wait to see what happens tomorrow. It's going to, I mean, we're at least playing to game 5.
Yeah, it says Bombers able to take game 3. Don't want to go into that 3-0 hole. Get themselves a win in this series and into the conversation. As it was really the Bombers pitching. Timely hits, those 3 doubles in the bottom of the 7th were really clutch for them. You know, it was really the pitching from the Bombers, I feel like, in this game. Benetti had himself a home run. Pablo had 2 hits and an RBI. Pujols getting an RBI. May Bruce also getting an RBI. As on the night side, you know, Hatman, Leathers getting multi-hit games. But, you know, Toe Jam 4 runs. Not terrible, but Bombers able to get to him. Smalls comes in, does his work. And really just the Bombers side, Dixon, 5 innings, 1 run, 3 walks, 2 Ks. Mason Nuts actually really surprised me. 3 innings. Probably went 1 batter too much. Allowed the solo shot from Angeles. And Leverage comes in and gets a save. So, Isaac, final thoughts here before we sign off.
So we're playing at least game 4 and game 5 tomorrow. Both will be at Emerald Diamond. It'll be the number 4s and then the number 1s. So it'll be Lacey Fellows and Kate Luna in that game 4. And then it'll be back to the top of the order, Ducato and Hurley. I'll be honest, game 4, I have no idea what to think. That game 5, which number 1 pitcher locks it in? Whichever number 1 pitcher can make the adjustments and lock it in, they could easily propel their team to a Super Series.
I think
without a doubt.
I think something to watch here is also game 4, because you have Luna and Fellows. Both pitchers haven't really had the best. I mean, Fellows did pitch well actually against the Vikings. But I think that's something to watch. I think in that game, the Knights have the advantage with Fellows being probably a little bit better than Luna. But Luna has been to this. She's a postseason veteran, so she knows what to do in these big games. Both old pitchers, so we'll have to see. I think it's gonna be all games are pivotal, but we'll see how game 4 goes. It's just like the separation between these 2 teams is very minimal. The Bombers could easily be up 2-1, even 3-0, Isaac.
Yeah, it's again razor thin, and of course it would be, because that's the way this entire postseason has been. This entire postseason has been about the margins, has been about which team is better, and if this is what every single postseason, every single Super Series is going to be from now on, I am a complete fan, because we are getting some ridiculous games. I cannot wait for tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, like, this series could very well be 2-1, 3-0 in the Bombers' favor. You know, this game, the game 3 was the only game I felt like where there was, like, you know, it wasn't really down the wire. Where the last 2 games, walk off, and then Angela stole a home run to basically steal the game. It was just, I mean, just what an absolute insane series so far. 3 games today, all great, and more to come tomorrow, as we'll be here same time, same place, 7:30 Central, 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern, as that's going to do it for us today. Games 4 through 7 will be tomorrow right here on Twitch. I am A Squared on the call, and Isaac will be back here tomorrow, and this is going to be a good Super Series. So, all right, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you back here, same time, same place tomorrow. Have a good night.